haven't seen tombstones in this bad a condition in a long time. I've never seen anything like this at any of the cemeteries I've ever explored and filmed at. This one is actually uprooting from the ground. This one's completely crumbled. Wow. Look at that. That's disgusting. I'm gonna have to say a prayer before I leave for these people. I actually want to walk up and touch this just because I am literally touching a part of history here. Historic Peace Church had its beginnings in 1793 when the German farmers in the area formed a congregation. By 1798, enough money had been contributed to build the church, which was completed on May 19, 1799. Membership was mostly German Reformed. In 1806, an agreement was made with the German Lutheran Church to share ownership and worship on alternate Sundays, and they did so until the 1860s. The church was used until 1965, at which time a new church was built across the road. The church was acquired in 1969 by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Then in 1972, a newly organized volunteer group known as the Friends of Peace Church began to operate the church for the benefit of the general public for weddings and special services. The Peace Church graveyard was established not long after the church was built, with earliest burials circa 1800. The church and graveyard was known later as St. John's Church and Cemetery. The church also saw some combat as an artillery during the Civil War, with Confederate cannons on its grounds, firing toward the Union forces near Camp Hill in the days leading up to the Battle of Gettysburg. Today I am bringing you a historical video from a very historic spot. That building that you can see behind me right there, made completely out of stone, is called Peace Church. And basically it was a church that was built in the late 1700s, and it sat about 105 people for the Sunday services. And during the Civil War, when the Confederates were marching toward Harrisburg, they actually claimed that building as an artillery building, and they used it for to store their weapons in and other supplies. So that was a Confederate artillery during the Civil War, and today it's pretty much abandoned. They only use it for special services such as weddings and stuff like that. So you can't actually go in and explore it because they have it locked off, but you can get a wedding done here if you want to. It's a very historic spot, and surrounding this spot is actually a huge cemetery that was also built in the late 1700s or early 1800s. And I'm basically gonna walk around this cemetery, check out some of the old graves. So I'm starting to walk through the cemetery. This is a pretty decent sized cemetery, as you can see. It stretches all the way down there and all the way up to where the church stands. Now, judging by the look of some of these graves, these look like pretty old graves, and you can see dates on them from the 1800s, early 1800s, and I believe there are some from the 1700s as well. This one is 1902. Decent sized tombstone there. Now, like other cemeteries I've been at, this cemetery has all kinds of different gravestones at it. You know, there's some smaller ones, some bigger ones, and I'm going to show you guys as many variations as I can while I'm here. Some of them here, like this one, you can't really read the writing on them. I mean, down that section you can, but like the top here is kind of scraped off. That's from 1865. And you got ones like this that, look at this here. That's a little tombstone being overgrown by grass there. I barely even saw it. I did see when I came in here, there's some up toward the church that are in real bad shape. I'll show you them here in a bit. But there's some like this style, just like the square above ground there. This is from the 1830s. And there's just ones like this that are basically just the initial of the last name of the person buried there. I guess this used to be a piece of a tombstone at some point. I mean, you can't even see anything on that anymore. So it looks like some of these are not really maintained too well for whatever reason. This is kind of crazy here. This looks like this is above ground caskets that they buried the people in. I've never seen anything like this at any of the cemeteries I've ever explored and filmed at. I don't know if this is called crypts, because I know crypts are above ground, but I'm not sure if this is considered a crypt or not. But this one is actually uprooting from the ground, which is kind of messed up there. You can see it's literally uprooting. Now, I don't know, I assume the body's actually buried inside of this and not underneath it. And it's just above ground caskets. That's kind of crazy. Oh yeah, because look, these ones are bigger ones, and it says here, I can't even read that writing anymore, to be honest with you. It's so like faded. I can't see a date or anything on these. Let me know if you guys can make out any of that. In person, it looks real faded. I don't know if you can make it out better on video or not. But look how this one's real small. So I guarantee this was a child that's buried in that one. A young kid or baby or something. So you can see these ones are bigger, and this one's real small. So this was probably a child. But I've never seen like above ground caskets in any of the cemeteries I've ever filmed at for YouTube or explored. So that's definitely unique. And we got ones like this that are really intricate. This one's actually made out of marble. You got ones like this that have designs on them. By the way, apologies for the noise. It's kind of along a noisy stretch of the highway here, so apologies for that. But that one looks like an urn on top of the tombstone there. But the wording is so faded you can't really see anything. Now there are soldiers buried in this graveyard, and you can tell they're soldiers by seeing these American flags by them. So you can see there's 5 people buried underneath this plot here, underneath this gravestone plot. And I guess one of them, or maybe a couple of them, was a soldier. You can always tell that by the flag there. That looks like it's too messed up to tell what it was. Usually it says what war they were in, but it says FLT, whatever that is. This one here sadly looks like it toppled on its face. This tombstone. Yeah, that's way too heavy for me to lift up to, or else I'd fix it, but yeah, it looks like it was on its base there at one point, and it just kind of toppled off onto its face. This one's kind of chipped up as well, real faded. Can't really make out any dates on there. It does say 18 something there. So you're talking real old graves here. These ones are all kind of faded and messed up as well. That one you can't really read anything on. Some of these you can make out some writing. That one says 1876. But I always love coming to different graveyards and cemeteries because they're always all different. Like there's never a cemetery that's exactly like another one. They're all unique in their own way. And this one has a lot of unique tombstones in it. And these are very historical tombstones as well. So that one's a brown marble, or if that's that may be granite. I'm not sure. Either that's granite or marble. That's cool though, with the little ball on top of it. This actually reminds me a lot of the ones at Gettysburg, because the ones at Gettysburg are this kind of color. 1839 on that date. This one looks like some kind of rock or something. Yeah, a lot of people, when they go to cemeteries, they think of the, I don't know, they think it to be morbid and they think it to be disturbing. But me, when I go to cemeteries, I think it's fascinating to see all the different styles, like I said, of the tombstones, as well as just remember these people, you know, give some respect to these people. That's what I come to cemeteries for. Just check out the different tombstones and just pay my respects to everybody, especially our fallen soldiers. I love paying respect to our fallen soldiers that have given their lives for our country. It's a big one right there. That's the early 1800s, you can see there. Born 1809 and died in 1876. Looks like they actually had an infant daughter that passed too. It says infant daughter right there. That's always one thing that does sadden me when I come to these cemeteries, is when it says that an infant is buried. That's sad, like, you know, like babies get sick and they die of certain conditions, and that's just real sad. Oh, here's another one that toppled over. Man, they should really come out here and fix these ones. Like the township or whoever owns this cemetery should come out. It actually, you can see where it uprooted from right there. The whole plot is just uncovered there. So they should really fix that. I'm not gonna do it because, well, first of all, yeah, it's way too heavy. First of all, those things weigh a ton, and second of all, it's not really like my place to do that. It should be like the family of that person, or, you know, whoever owns the cemetery who does that. If I can see it and I can fix it and it's something simple, then I'll fix it. But something like that, you know, need to have the owner come out and do that. This one's kind of cool. It's a unique style. I never seen a style like that before for a tombstone. Can't make out anything on that. That's so faded. Then they have ones like this too. They have these kind of ones at Gettysburg as well, like the in-ground tombstones. And another flag, so one of these people must have been a soldier. This guy here, Colonel, 87th PA. I'm not sure what that says, REGT. I'm not sure what that's an abbreviation for. Just kind of clear the grass off of it to give him some respect since he's a fallen vet. Here's another veteran here. Now this one looks like it's a star. I'm thinking this is Civil War or CAR. It's either CAR or GAR. 1861. So I'm thinking that's Civil War. And there's over there, you can see the gate that says what the cemetery name is. It's called St. John's Cemetery. Let me see if I can actually zoom in and on that for you. You can see it right there, St. John's Cemetery. It's backwards because obviously it's facing out toward the street. But yeah, St. John's Cemetery is the name of the cemetery, and it's directly behind Peace Church, which I'll be walking up to eventually here, because that's a really cool building to check out. A lot of these over on this side of the cemetery look pretty much the same, so I'm going to try to find something new. can see somebody left a balloon for this person for their birthday. That's sweet to see that. Looks like she's still alive, Shirley. But Clyde passed away in 2012. I always thought it was kind of morbid in a way to have your tombstone made before like you're actually dead. I would hate to come to like my future tombstone. I mean, I know it's something to like kind of have something pre-made so that your spouse can be buried there and then you're buried there when you're dead, but I don't know, I always just find it to be morbid. Because I would hate to come to a cemetery and like see my name on a tombstone. That's kind of messed up in my opinion, but these ones look like I'm getting into the more modern day new tombstones. So my guess is that the closer you get to the church building, the older the tombstones get. Because we're way far away now from the church building, and we're getting into the newer tombstones now, so looks like they're kind of burying people this way, like from the church building out this way. Because yeah, these are, you can tell they're real new looking, and even the dates on them, 1983, 1998. So you can see another American flag here. This guy was a Vietnam vet. This is a huge cemetery, guys. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this historic cemetery. Like I said, I'll make my way over to the church toward the end of the video, but I just kind of wanted to hit this section first. And hopefully you guys enjoy like these kind of videos as well, like these historic videos. Like I said, I kind of like to branch out as much as I can on my channel and have kind of a little bit of everything, so hopefully you guys enjoy it. This one's awesome. They have their own little plot with a bunch of things planted here. A lot of patriotic looking things. It says, "You're so special." So obviously this family served in a war as well. 1941 to 1945. Whatever war was going on then, I'm not sure which war that was. I don't know if that was Vietnam or Korea or what. But they have flags on every one of these. So this whole family served. That's why they have the little patriotic wheels and everything. This part of the cemetery is definitely more taken care of and newer looking. All these tombstones are in great condition. A lot of soldiers. You can see all these flags are just all soldiers that have served for our country. It's awesome to see. Wow, look at all those flags. Over to this side here. This one says "Pray." Guess that was their last name. Wow, imagine having a last name of Pray. James M. Pray and Peggy A. Pray. Together forever. Looks like Peggy's still living. She doesn't have a death date on there. Just all kind of unique designs, man. That's one of the reasons I love coming to cemeteries. Oh, that's engraved too. That rose is engraved inside the tombstone. That's awesome. This one looks like it's in need of some maintenance. Has a bunch of moss or whatever it is growing on it. Fungus. Looks like some kind of fungus is growing on it. So they could come and reface that. Ooh, look at that one. Stevenson or Stephenson. Look at that intricate design work. That's beautiful. See the deer and stuff on there. Beautiful portrait. And he was a World War, looks like #1 veteran. And there's tombstones all the way out there. That's kind of weird. Look at that, all the way out there, just secluded by itself. Here we have some people from Vietnam, it looks like. Looks like Vietnamese last names. Like the style of that as well. It has like a little Asian style. You have another veteran right there. That's from that war that I don't know what it is. 1941, 1945, and a little eagle or a falcon, whatever that is. Definitely let me know. Oh look, this guy was an author. Professor and author and social psychologist. And she was also an author and clerk of Cumberland County. This looks like it might be a little one-person mausoleum. Yeah. Look at that. Do not stand at my grave and weep. I am not there. I do not sleep. I am in 1,000 winds that blow. I am the diamond glint on snow. I am the sunshine on ripened grain. I am the gentle autumn rain. And when you wake in the morning hush, I am quick, uplifting rush of silent birds in circling flight. I am the twinkling stars at night. Do not stand at my grave and weep. I am not there. I do not sleep. What a beautiful, beautiful memorial. That is beautiful. Wow. And it looks like he was a Korean War vet. Rest in peace. And thank you, Ralph Gerald Lindquist, for your service for our country. Look at that in there. That's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. There he is in his war outfit, his army outfit. Wow. Even the carpeting in there is awesome. The rug, I mean. Beautiful memorial. I'm glad I came over here and checked that out. That is so beautiful. Just that saying in that like little poem or whatever. Wow. That actually like got to me in a personal way. It might be one of the most beautiful, like touching things I've seen at any cemetery I've ever been, to be honest. But I'm gonna start walking back to the older grave section near the church building. This is just a little shed here that the owner uses for like a little storage maintenance shed. But you can see the church building there in the distance. I'm gonna start walking up back toward that way and check out those older graves. A lot of them I saw when I was walking by before I started filming were in very rough shape, so definitely stay tuned to see those. And that church building, like I said, it's called Peace Church, and it served as just your typical Sunday church when it was first built through the Civil War era. And then in the Civil War era, the Confederates took over and made it into their artillery. So, very, very historical place. Definitely has some significance in the Civil War, obviously. You can see ones like this are just all faded. Can't see a name, can't see a date. Oh, look at this one. I like to just try to give people respect by just kind of clearing their graves off so you can read your name and stuff. And here's where stuff starts to get rough with the tombstones. That one's completely out of place. I don't know where that one even came from. Looks like they just kind of put this one in front of it here. I don't know what's going on with that. That looks just out of place there. And a lot of these are in rough shape. You see this one here is just toppled off of its base there. Just try to at least put it upright, just to give some respect. Just to kind of, you know, make it face the way it was supposed to face so you can read it. what I try to do. Another one. It's kind of like at an angle. I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to be like that. You can actually see it moved a little bit there. It's another Civil War vet. Yeah, I mean these ones are, these are the original ones to the cemetery, and just look at the kind of shape that they're in. Jeez. Wow. That whole thing is just, can't read a single thing on that. Yeah, these original ones are definitely messed up. Pretty bad. I don't know where the, I don't even know where the tombstone is for this one. It's missing the tombstone. That definitely had to be vandals, because there's no way that I would be just completely missing the tombstone. That had to be vandals. And look at these ones. And that one off of its base. You got those ones leaning up against other ones over there. That one leaning on its side. All of these are just in terrible shape. And these are the original ones, like I said. Ones that were built first, or put here first. Those ones over there are terrible shape. All laying on its face over there, you can see. Man. Another one. It's toppled over. And you can't really read much of it either. 1850. I can make out 1850. That's pretty much it. Man. I haven't seen tombstones in this bad a condition in a long time. Wow. All of these are messed up. This is sad to see. Geez, look at this one. This one's completely crumbled. Wow. Yeah, this has to be vandalism. I don't think this is just age. That looks like somebody came and damaged it. Wow. I hate seeing stuff like this. This is real sad for me to see stuff like this in this condition. I don't understand why the owner doesn't like do something about this. Like whoever owns the cemetery. They should really come out here and fix these. I mean, things like this could easily be fixed. You just gotta put it back in the ground. These tombstones are just neglected, to be honest. Look at that. That's disgusting. That's disgusting right there. Completely just knocked off and shattered. Another one just chipped up. And this was even a veteran too. Revolutionary War. It's the first Revolutionary War one I've seen. And for his service, he gets his tombstone shattered. Yeah, they need to, somebody needs to come out here and fix this. Ones like that, it's just all destroyed and pretty much in pieces there. Rusted out. There's another one of our vets. Can't read anything on that. And he was another Revolutionary War. Yeah, these original ones are terrible, terrible shape. You got a Reverend. Look at that. 17 1876. This had to be one of the very first ones that was put here. Father and mother. And Catherine Seltzer, the wife of the Reverend John, 1778, died 1861. Yeah, this one has to be one of the very first ones that was put here. Definitely. This is Peace Church. This was the building that served as a Confederate artillery back in the Civil War. Made completely out of stone, built in the late 1700s. Has a little pathway here that I'm gonna walk over to. I don't know what that's like. The base is just laying on top of that one. That's kind of messed up. Look at those little ones there. Hold on, before I walk up to that church. Look at that. Not only is it completely rusted, but it's all chipped up and everything. Oh, look, a little cross. It's cool. And that's another Civil War veteran. I'm gonna walk over to this church building now. Here's the little pathway leading up to the church. No smoking, no food, no drink behind this point. That's just a little resource center. Don't think there's anybody there. Closed for 2021. Friends of Peace Church. I think that's another grave there. That's probably like that's probably the first grave. I bet that's like the first, or at least close to first, grave that was built, or that was put there. And you got these benches as well. In memory of Martha Manning. Here's the church. Completely made out of stone. Absolutely incredible. I actually want to walk up and touch this, just because I am literally touching a part of history here, because this was a Confederate artillery, like I said. Wow, it's incredible. And I think this on this side was the main door, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. That was the main door right there. Front of the church. You can see right there it says on a sign, Peace Church. Present building erected in 1798 by a Reformed congregation. Obtained in 1806 by a Lutheran congregation. And used until 1866. Kept in original form, used for special services. So it actually stopped being used as a church back in 1866. That's pretty cool. And it's been just used for special services, like I said, for weddings and stuff ever since. And I'm gonna link, right now I'm gonna actually link the pictures of the inside of the church so you can see it. I'm gonna put them in a clip right after this, and you can see what it looks like inside, because we can't actually go in there anymore unless you have like a wedding there. So, but I'll make sure to put pictures of the inside so you can see it. It's pretty awesome in the inside. I saw pictures of it. It has like a 200-year-old organ and everything in there, so pretty awesome to look at the inside. One more look at it here. Crazy to think that that was the Confederate artillery. Just imagine that there was Confederate soldiers all throughout here, marching along. trying to claim more land. I'm gonna check out the right-hand side of the cemetery, and then I'm gonna go ahead and dip out of here, guys. Hopefully you enjoy this video of this historical place, and hopefully you guys enjoy these kind of videos, because I'm gonna start doing more of these like historical videos. Like I said, I want to kind of branch out and do as many different things as I can. I have the urbex, I have the paranormal, I have the dead motel series, and now I have the historical series. So, and it just started raining, so that's not good. Hopefully I can look at this other section before it starts downpouring on me. Oh yeah, rain's coming down, guys. Rain's coming down good. So I might not spend too much more time here. You can see more of these are just messed up here. These are more above ground tombstones that I assume, well, these ones aren't coffins like the other ones were though. This is just slab tombstones. Yeah, it's starting to come down decently here. The rain. Wow, look at that. That's cool. Is that like a weather? Oh, that's like a weather vane. Or a compass or whatever. That's cool. And these are from the 1800s. These ones. Is that a horse or a dog? It's a dog. Got little mushrooms growing in front of that. And a dog. Baby boy. So I guess I was an infant. Infant that passed. Must have passed in childbirth. Because it just has one date there. That is Department of the Navy, United States Marine Corps. So this guy served in the Navy. Westy. That's a little cowboy. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and head back to my car and get out of here. This has been an awesome video to film. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching it as well. We checked out pretty much the entirety of the cemetery. Oh, that's cool. Look at this. That's an awesome scene. It's like underwater. You see all the fish and sea turtle and everything. Always loved, never forgotten. May the winds in heaven blow softly and whisper in your ear how much we love and miss you and wish that you were here. Beautiful. But yeah, I'm gonna get out of here, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed checking out this cemetery with me and that historic church. Very historical place to check out, and thought this would be a cool place to start my, new series, my new historical series. Not abandoned, not haunted, though it might be haunted, I don't know. If I came here at night, maybe I'd experience some stuff, who knows, but just a nice little cool historical video to film. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. It's been your boy, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.